Hey, alright, welcome to another video. If you haven't been here before, I'm Cecilia Jo, and this week I'm going to, actually not even this week, these next couple of days, I'm going to try and finish all the books that I am currently in the middle of. So I'm in the middle of 4 books at the moment. Not necessarily that I'm reading all of them, like some of them I read a few months ago and then just kind of forgot about and got distracted with other books and, you know, put them down for a bit, but I'm going to try and get them all finished. So let's have a look on my Goodreads and see. So I know there's 4 books. I mean, I know what all 4 books are, I just don't know how like much I have read of them all. So the book that I'm actually reading at the moment is Wiener Across the Way by Amy Award, and I'm absolutely loving it. That one I am actually currently reading. I'm in the middle of, just because I'm in the middle of it. I've not like put it down at all. And I'm really loving it so far. I'm really enjoying it. I think I'm probably like 70% of the way through, something like that. So definitely that will be one that I will finish today. And I'm hoping to get, so I've got a completely free like weekend next couple of days. So I want to try and get all 4 books finished in these next couple of days, and then I can like start afresh, you know. So yeah, so we've got Wiener Across the Way, which I am currently reading. Then we have Den of Vipers, which I put down because it's not that I wasn't necessarily enjoying it. I think I just finished Hunting and Haunting Adeline, or Haunting and Hunting, whichever one is first. I just finished that like duology, and also I read Satan's Affair as well. So I was kind of reading loads of dark romance and then started reading Den of Vipers, and then was just a little bit like over it, you know. I just needed a different genre to read, so I put it down for a bit. So I think I'm probably like halfway through that one. And then we have got Prison Healer, which I picked up a few months ago, and I think I only got like 10% in, something like that. I didn't get very far in, and I think I was enjoying it when I was actually reading it. I think I just got distracted with other books and just picked up something else and then never picked it up again. So we've got that one. And then last but not least, we've got Twisted by Emily McIntyre. I don't think I was massively enjoying this book. I think I'm maybe like a third of the way through it. I wasn't massively enjoying it, but again, I don't know if that's just because I was reading a lot of romances and then was just a bit bored of them, so I put it down. But that was probably like a good few months ago that I started that now. So yeah, they're the 4 books that we are, or that I am currently in the middle of. I'm gonna try and finish Wiener Across the Way and Den of Vipers today. So Wiener Across the Way I'm 68% of the way through. Den of Vipers, it says 7% on Goodreads, but I'm pretty sure I've just not updated that. I think I'm like halfway through it. Prison Healer I'm 9% of the way through it, and Twisted I'm 32%, so yeah, about a third. So I don't know if Twisted, if I'll end up DNFing or if I'll actually enjoy it once I pick it back up. I can't really remember anything of the story, so yeah, we'll see with that one. But Wiener Across the Way, yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I read the first one in this sort of series. I think it's about the Kingsman brothers, this sort of series. The first one was Cock Down the Block, I think it's called, and it's called that because the main female lead has a chicken for a pet. So yeah, I've got Cock Down the Block, and then this is Wiener Across the Way because she has a little sausage dog, a little dachshund as a pet. But the female leads are all plus size women, so I'm really loving that. I love reading about like plus size women being in love. Also, if I remember correctly, the Cock Down the Block, I don't think it had a 3rd act breakup, which I really love. Sometimes it just gets a bit like, ugh, annoying, you know. And she does say at the beginning of this book that it is a fluffy romance, like it's purely been written for escapism. It's not that serious, it's not that deep, it's just to have a bit of fun, you know. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm getting through it really quickly. I think actually all 4 of these books I have on my Kindle. Wiener Across the Way and Den of Vipers, I think Twisted as well might all be on Kindle Unlimited, and then Prison Healer I think I bought when it was like 99p one month. So yeah, I think I have all 4 on my Kindle, which is good because I will read them quicker. So yeah, let's get into the first book. I think I've only got, in fact we can have a look, can't we, on my Kindle and see how long I actually have left on this book. So it says I've got 1 hour and 57 minutes left. So yeah, a couple of hours and I will have that finished. Like I say, I've got nothing on for these next 2 days, so I'm just gonna binge read, get through these books, get all 4 ticked off, and then yeah, then I can start afresh and decide what I'm going to read after that. So yeah, let's just get into, or not even get into, I'm already fully all the way in. Let's just get Wiener Across the Way finished. So I've just finished The Wiener Across the Way and I absolutely loved it. It was so good. I think it was just so easy to read. It was, like I said before, it's just a nice fluffy romance that I was just really in the mood for. I love the fact that she's plus size and she's not plus size and wants to lose weight or has like an issue with the fact that she is. It's just like she's just confident in who she is and people just love her no matter what she looks like, you know what I mean? I don't know, it just is good to see like a book that's not a plus size person that wants to lose weight, you know what I mean? So yeah, I very much enjoyed it. I also love that there's no third act breakup in it and the sort of epilogue isn't like, you know, they've got married and they've had kids. Like, I like that it doesn't end like that. So yeah, I think I just really enjoyed it. I think, you know, all sort of happy ever afters don't have to be at the end with having children. So yeah, I really like it. I love how Amy Award writes. I just think it flows really well. It's really enjoyable and it's just like proper cheesy, like just a good time, just a bit of escapism that's just like you're just giggling and you're having a good time and it's just not that serious, you know? I just really enjoyed it. I think I'll probably give it like 4.5 stars, I think, because it's just good. It's just like I say, it's just a good time. I just have fun when I'm reading it. So yeah, that was The Wiener Across the Way. So I'm definitely glad that I finished that. I knew I was going to finish it, to be fair, because I was just reading it. It wasn't that I'd not finished it and put it down for a bit like the others in this video. So yeah, that is the first book done. Very happy that I read it. I can't wait for the next one. I think it said it was out in June, so I'm very much looking forward to that and seeing which sort of Kingsman brother that's about. Yeah, very exciting. So now I'm going to go on to the Den of Vipers. So I think I'm like halfway through. Yeah, I'm halfway through this. So this is a reverse harem. So there's Roxy is the main lead and then there's 4 like brothers, but they're not actually brothers. 2 of them are actual brothers, but they're just like, you know, really close, like have that bond, call each other brothers. And they are sort of like bad people basically. So she didn't have a very good, none of them really had a very good upbringing, and she was sold by her dad to these 4 men because he owed them money, who the 4 men are called the Vipers, and they're very much like scared. People are scared of them in their sort of city. So yeah, they kind of have the like hands dipped in all the pots. It's not really like one specific thing, but yeah, so it's just kind of following them. I think their names are Ryder, Kenzo, something beginning with D. I want to say like Darius, something like that, and then Garrett, I think it is. So they've all sort of got their own like backstories. Like Ryder and Kenzo are the brothers and they had a really awful dad and the mum's passed away, and then I think it's Darius, the one that begins with D, he's like actually like is off the rails, like a little bit of a psycho. He's just the like crazy one, and he's had a lot going on in his life. And then Garrett has had something going on in his past with a woman, and he just like hates women, but obviously Roxy like sort of tries to knock all those walls down kind of thing. So yeah, I'm enjoying it up to now. I think you sort of, with these books, you kind of got to get past the fact that these 4 men like sort of kidnapped her basically. You've just got to kind of ignore that bit, you know. In real life, obviously, stuff like this would be awful, but it's fiction. It's just meant to be a bit of fun. It's meant to just be like, you know, a bit of an escape into a different world. So yeah, you kind of just have to get past that fact. So yeah, Den of Vipers, that is going to be my next read that I'm going to try and finish. In fact, I probably will get it finished today. Let's see how long the Kindle says I've got left. Oh, well, it says I've got just under 6 hours left, so we'll see if I get it done today. I mean, it is only 1 o'clock, so maybe I will, but we'll see. I don't know, maybe it'll be a little bit of a nighttime reading tonight to get it finished, but hopefully I will, because I really do want to get the 4 books finished this weekend. So it might be a little bit of a late night, try and get it finished, and maybe read some more of the next book too. But yeah, so Den of Vipers, that is the next book up. It's Diesel, that's his name. I've took my glasses off, so hopefully this is actually recording, but it's Diesel, not Darius. that's the 4th brother's name. Okay, so I've just finished Den of Vipers and I enjoyed it, but it wasn't my favourite. I think it was a bit longer than it needed to be, and I was finding myself sort of skim reading it towards the end. Just, I was a bit bored, I think. I think as well, I really enjoyed like the plot, the storyline and stuff like that, and I enjoyed the smut scenes, but I think they were just too many of them. Like, some of them were just so unnecessary, you know what I mean, and really long. I don't know, there was just a lot of it. And don't get me wrong, I like a good smut scene, but yeah, I just think it was getting a bit boring because there was so many of them, you know, especially towards the end. I feel like the last like 10% of the book, probably 8% of it is like smut scenes. It just seemed to be one after another, so it just gets a bit boring, you know. So yeah, I think it was a bit longer than it needed to be, and not maybe enough plot. Maybe there was up until the last like I say 10%, where it's just, yeah, a bit boring. But overall I'd say like I did enjoy it. Probably give it like a 3 stars. Nothing like crazy, but also not like a bad book or anything. So yeah, I enjoyed it. 3 stars. And that is the 2nd book done. So I think now I'm going to read Twisted. I've actually got the physical book of it, so I think I'm gonna read, I'll probably maybe switch between reading the physical book and the Kindle, but maybe just end up reading my Kindle, I don't know. I think I'm about 1/3 of the way through. I can't fully remember the storyline on this, so I might have to like read the back and just, you know, rejig my memory a bit of who the characters are and stuff. And then yeah, I'm gonna carry on reading this. Okay, it's been a few hours since I last updated, and I've not really got much further with Twisted. I think I've maybe read a couple of chapters and I just can't get into it. I think I'm just really not in a dark romance mood. I think I've read quite a bit of it this month and I'm just a bit like, I just can't get into it, you know. So I don't want to force myself to read it, but I'm not DNFing it. I think I'm just putting it to the side and I'll come back to it when I'm in that kind of mood. So yeah, it's kind of being soft DNF'd for this video. Like, I'm not going to read the rest of it now, but maybe I'll pick it up again in a few months or something, you know. So at the moment I still want to read, so I'm going to start off again with Prison Healer. So I've got it here. I've not got very far into this book, as you can see. I think I'm less than 10% of the way through. I'm on chapter 5, so I think if I remember rightly, this is the one where she's in a prison, like she's got sort of taken from a family and put in a prison, and she is the one that puts numbers on people, I think. So it says, Kiva Meriden is a survivor. After 10 years of working as the healer in the notorious death prison, Zalindov, she has only one goal, stay alive. Then the rebel queen arrives at the prison on death's door and Kiva receives a message. Don't let her die, we are coming. I don't even think I've got to the part where the queen arrives, I don't think. So yeah, so she heals the people that are going to be workers at the prison, I think, or like the prisoners. I think that's right anyway. It's a job that she doesn't want to do. She's got forced into it. So yeah, I'm going to carry on reading it. Hopefully I get into it. This is first one in a series, so hopefully I'll enjoy it, and then maybe I'll pick up the other ones when I'm buying books again in March, because I'm trying my best. I've done really well through January. I've not bought a single book, so I'm going to try and stick to that through February and get through some of my TBR before I buy any more. But yeah, so I'm going to start reading this now, and hopefully I'll get into it a bit more than I did with Twisted. So I'll be honest, it is a few days later now, and I have actually finished The Prison Healer. I don't think I recorded myself reading it at all, I don't think, because I think it's actually probably about a week later maybe since I filmed those other clips. But you know, life just gets in the way sometimes, and I've been reading bit by bit and I have got through it. Oh, I say that like it was a chore, but I actually really enjoyed it. Last night I stayed up and finished it. I think I was reading it for maybe about an hour and a half, something like that, last night, and finished it, and I really enjoyed this story. I'm so excited to read the next one. I wish I wasn't on like a book buying ban, and well, not a book buying ban, but I'm trying my best not to buy new books at the moment, but I wish I wasn't. I wish I could just go out and buy it. I had a look to see how much it was on Kindle, because I thought maybe I'll get around it that way, but it's still a £5 on Kindle, so I'm gonna have to wait and get the next one, you know, in a month or so. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think I gave it 4.5 stars. 4 stars on Goodreads, but 4.5 on Storygraph, because I really enjoyed it. The ending was so good. Some parts I guessed, but the like proper ending I didn't at all, and I'm so excited to read the next one. I think it ends really well. I think the characters in the story, you're really sort of rooting for them, and there's a lot of like shocks in there that I just didn't see coming. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm glad it's a trilogy, because I feel like I'm like I say, I'm looking forward to reading more of the story, and I'm looking forward to still being with the characters. I'm pretty sure it's a trilogy. I think it's Gilded Cage is the next one, and then Blood Traitor is the third one. So yeah, The Prison Healer, Lynette Noni, 4.5 stars out of 5. Very much enjoyed, very much looking forward to reading the rest of the series. And yeah, that is the end of today's video. I'm glad I ended it on a bit of a high note after not finishing Twisted. I'm still not going to read it. I think I'm softy enough in it for now, and I'll pick it up probably in a few months, because yeah, I'm just not vibing with that kind of story right now. So yeah, that is the end of today's video. Like I say, finishing the books that I'm in the middle of. Well, 3 out of 4 of the books that I'm in the middle of. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you would like to subscribe, I would really appreciate it. But other than that, I will see you in a bit.